should have come here. We should have come here long time back. This is not the first incident. And this is not going to be the last incident for which we will get outraged. After a period of time, we will become numb.
President of Students Council. Welcome, students. So, what is the protest about?
So this protest is a silent protest in light of the recent atrocities that have happened in the country, and we urge the students to stand by what is right and what are their opinions when the time is required. So many students are ignorant about what's happening in the country, and that causes a problem to the nation as a whole. So we really urge the students to know what is happening and be a part of the solution, not point fingers at others.
As you as a president, what do you expect from your college and outside? What is happening in and around girls' safety? As a president, what is your opinion?
Okay. So leaving the president aspect aside, just as a human being, if I have to speak from the heart, it all comes on to how we are with our surroundings. Because so many times our own friends sometimes do something without a conscience, and which turns out to be wrong. And when you stop things like that, small things like that is when you can bring out a bigger change in the nation. So I feel like I feel we should be aware of what we are doing and what our surrounding is. So it's all about anything.
And you as a woman, as a treasurer of the college, what do you expect being a
woman and a student of this college? I think it's very important to understand that all these problems that we, like the teachers have mentioned before, we have been denying this. We think that it's not existing, but it still does exist in our very own college. And we are just not open to understand and acknowledge the fact that it's still there. We're not doing enough to make sure that it is eliminated in these days. What happened in UP is just a glimpse of something that is happening and going on throughout the nation, and which is very much active these days. And this is just one of the incidents that has come to the light of our attention. There are various number of events that are happening against the Dalit community even today, even in our very own city, that we are not able to acknowledge because we are just too entitled and privileged to just go beyond our comfort zone and research about it and know about this and take actions about this. So I think it's important for us to read about this, understand the root of the problem, and maybe do something to help curb this whole discrimination aspect when it comes to caste. Because over the years, even though it's been so many years that we have accommodated so many of our reservations, all of this wouldn't matter if you're not doing enough. All of this doesn't matter if there is no equity in the society, and we have to do something about it as students of campus.
What are your demands?
There are no demands as such, but
as a council, as from your college, what are your demands?
As a council, I think we would want every single student to be informed about the happenings that actually matter and something that we have to be knowing about. For example, if we don't acknowledge the fact that this is happening as students, then what is the point of educating ourselves? We are learning about so many things so that we become responsible citizens, and as torchbearers of this country, we need to be aware of these things that actually matter and not about some redundant things that is happening in the world.
Do you feel safer at night when you go?
Of course not, definitely not. And that is exactly the problem. It's been the same way since so many years, and I don't see a change. I still get super scared when I go outside, although it's just within our very near vicinity. It's still not safe simply because of the fact that this culture, the rape culture, still exists, and nobody is trying hard enough to eliminate the whole process. And that starts with educating every single one of them, starting from consent and starting from educating about various other aspects such as respecting women to start with.
Took 10 years for the Nipah rapists to get hanged. What do you demand in this type of they should get immediate hang or so?
Really hope that justice is solved because I feel like the courts are very well informed about they're very well informed about what the situation is. So I just hope they look into the situation in a deeper manner and come up with a proper justice to the
And your thoughts?
I think that to be asked that question, I think at this point, instead of looking at what the decision should be made, I think it's important for us to realize that we should do things as people, as students, as people, as citizens of this country, to ensure that these situations don't arise in the first place. Now, I think you will agree with me when I say that we as Indians, it's sad, but we do expect another one coming, and that's the situation. That is the situation in our country at this point, and it's sad. It's sad to see. So the question that we should ask ourselves today is, what can we do to change this? What can we do differently this time?
So what do you expect from that Uttar Pradesh government? Should a justice be denied very fast?
Honestly, if you speak about justice, I mean, the girl is dead. She has been brutally, allegedly dead. There is no question of justice there. The least we can do is make sure that such brutality doesn't happen by educating every single person in this country. Because when you say justice for Manisha, where is justice when she's already dead? Where is justice for her family when they are told not speak about it by people around the place? And where is justice for the person who is protesting for it and has been issued a house arrest to stay in his house? I mean, looking at all these aspects, the word justice is just vanishing at that point of view.
That's nice speaking to you guys. I hope whatever protest you are doing, I hope